Welcome back to Secrets of Bluegrass Chefs. Oftentimes, we find that some of the best secrets of Kentucky's top chefs involve locally produced, Kentucky-proud ingredients like cheese.
We manufacture handmade artisan cheese.
You could call Ed Puterbaugh Kentucky's king of cheese. As one of only a handful of artisan cheesemakers in America, he's turning out all kinds of original flavors from his Boone Creek Creamery in Lexington.
Boone Creek Creamery is really pretty unique.
It's all natural, small batch, and all made by Ed and his helpers, whom he calls cheese minions.
They are official Boone Creek cheese minions.
As you can tell, Ed and his gang have a lot of fun making cheese and coming up with new flavors like Mamma Mia and Sassy Redhead.
This is our Sassy Redhead. It's very peppery, got a lot of pepper in it. And then we hand rub the top with smoked paprika. That's where it gets its redhead from.
They also use this on the Kentucky burger at Commonwealth Stadium.
Ed is a UK grad, so of course he has a Wildcat Blue. There's even one spiked with beef jerky.
Jerk cheddar is the world's only cheese with beef jerky, jerk cheddar. Our latest cheese is called Ginger Rogers. That's a sharp cheddar with a little bit of ginger in it. I love ginger.
And on the first Saturday in May, there's nothing better than Ed's Kentucky Derby cheese.
The Kentucky Derby cheese is popular all year long, but it's insanely popular during Derby season.
Oh, the cheese is one of a kind.
Derby is a kind of an English cheddar. They call it Derby, but it's pronounced Derby. So this is an English Derby cheese with a hint of bourbon. That's the Kentucky spin on the Kentucky Derby.
I mean, bourbon, cheddar, what a better marriage.
It speaks Kentucky. They use lots of Kentucky Derby at Churchill Downs. You couldn't have a cheese that is more Kentucky than the Kentucky Derby. I did want to mention that our Kentucky Derby was served at the Bluegrass Ball in Washington, D.C. during the inauguration. Weta Michaels from Holly Hill Inn made a spectacular hors d'oeuvre with her homemade biscuit crackers and the Kentucky Derby.
When it comes to cheese, Ed is a culinary artist and a scientist all rolled into one.
My background was in clinical microbiology, so when I got into cheese making, I understood the bacteria, and that allowed me the freedom to be artistic and invent new cheeses. This is the perfect job for me because I get to be a geek and play with the bacteria. I get to be an artist and create new things.
A batch of Boone Creek Creamery cheese starts out as 220 gallons of cold Kentucky Proud milk.
They're Kentucky Proud because the milk that we use is certified Kentucky Proud, comes from a dairy cooperative outside of Somerset. We add bacteria and we add what is called rennet. Rennet coagulates the milk, so after about an hour, that 220 gallons is about the consistency of Jell-O. We have motorized knives, and so we will turn the motorized knives on, and that will whip its way through the 220 gallons of Jell-O. We cut the curds, we cook the curds, we stir them. Every cheese is a little bit different, and they will get put into molds for pressing. This is a follower that presses down on the cheese. We will press the cheese overnight into a loaf that's about 6 pounds. It will come out of the molds and begin the aging process.
The aging process happens in what Ed has dubbed his Hobbit Cave, which is a temperature and humidity controlled atmosphere that's very similar to a natural cave. As for the aging process, that varies from cheese to cheese.
Cheese is like wine. Some cheeses get better with age and some do not. All of our cheeses age at least 90 days. We try to keep things closer to 6 months, but I've got some cheeses back there that are 7 and 8 years old.
You can find Ed's cheeses in select stores all across the Bluegrass and a lot of farmers markets. And if you come to the Creamery in Lexington, you can also find a treasure trove of other Kentucky Proud products.
The largest selection of Kentucky Proud in the state, everything. A lot of these products, we are their only retail outlet.
You'll find everything from Kentucky Proud soaps to sauces and, of course, the entire array of Boone Creek Creamery cheese.
We're making it right here in Lexington.